各位观众，大家好，欢迎回到我的频道，我是 CC。那我们今天来玩一款新游戏，叫做重返猴岛。靠腰，会念的不顺。重返猴岛哦。那我们先来看一下这个所谓的前情提要哦。
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
我记得以前那个主角叫什么小盖的样子，因为这个游戏前作很久了哦，而且这个类型的游戏也是很久了哦，这几乎在我刚接触电脑游戏那时候的之前一段时间。
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
就是这种解谜的游戏方式哦，在到处点哦。
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
所以我记得以前它翻译叫小盖哦。
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Okay.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
寻宝。
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
剑术。
This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. There were some people living there. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrod. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded. By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Big Whoop.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. I met my good friend Walt. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
提醒自己为我接下来的冒险多准备一些纸。OK， 这就是所谓的前情提要哦。那我们先来看一下，速度、特效，有没有办法把中文把它变成小一点？我试看看小了，然后显示。好，开始，来吧。休闲模式适合忙碌的玩家，困难模式等完整的剧情适合忙碌的玩家。更多更难的谜题，完整的剧情。他讲到这个。它这个也是完整的剧情，完整的剧情和休闲模式。好难选择啊！先这个吧，不管了，反正到时候弄不了的话，就去找攻略。意想不到的故事开始。
Chuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes. It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow.
好哦，我现在要干嘛？
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
厕所。
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
I once got a scurvy dog.
把它绑起
Hey,
来。
Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
啊，我不能把它绑起来。
Exhibit removed. Aww.
老鼠吗？
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead.
This would be great for apple bobbing.
Some places you go have
Exhibit removed. Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key. The words don't look like words, but there's a picture. Smells like grog. Sounds real. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs. I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is. Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor. How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
I told you, grog's only for grown-ups. Stop wasting my time.
OK，
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
Can we get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8?
No.
Then no fries.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't see that well. For all I know, you could be some really short 30-year-old guy trying to take advantage of my disability. In which case, shame on you. You should know better. And if you really are kids, then I have to tell you, I don't like kids. Don't like talking to them. Don't like listening to them. Don't like to smell them. You come in here, make fun of me, sneeze on the food, spill stuff on the floor, and leave without buying anything. I'd rather have rats.
I've got good news for you then.
I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket. It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
哎，
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good! You unlocked it.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
Ugh.
Gross. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin. Gross. Gross. I am not doing that again. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. I'm not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
That's where the outhouse key was. Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal? You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
It looks like a piece of 8, if you don't see very well.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
OK，
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
OK， 我们拿着一个假的钱币去买那个类
There's
似
a picture
香
of a
肠的
scurvy
东
dog.
西。
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Sounds real. I'm not touching that gunk. It seems more like... Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. Gross. I am not doing that again. Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. This would be great for apple bobbing. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
"真正的父母 OK，
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever.
喂，
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
什么东西？检查毛。哎呀，
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron.
我看他可以讲多久？
Test them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
I once ate 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you... Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used... They started then. The current... But you can... On a modern... That's to prevent a little... Most anchor... About 30... Oh, but the only... The word... They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
讲蛮久了啊。
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
哎呀，
I wonder where this path goes.
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Hey, hands off!
为什么？
Excuse me,
Yes?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to get...
Gotta run!
How rude.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Don't feed the duck.
Give it some of your bread.
I stole it from that couple.
哦，我牙子啊，加一些酱汁，我要去哪里找酱汁？哎，
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs. You should put that on your scurvy dog.
It smells bad. Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
好。
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun. Do you want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
Your sword is as sharp as a banana.
I'll still pare you down to size.
I for sure won that one.
In your dreams.
You fight like kids.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox. I wonder where this path goes.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I wonder where this path goes.
I'll find a clover some other time. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I wonder where this path goes.
Do not pick the four-leaf clover. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left? Darn.
find one. I should find a coin to throw in. I should find a coin to throw in.
Coin， 我来找 coin。
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
I should throw my coin in and make a wish. Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well. I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
Ooh!
I take it back. That was the best.
好哦。
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asks me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
看样子教学关结束了。混乱岛。看到他这样跑名字是怎样结束了吗？对啊，我不能把它点掉。你给我认真，通常不是游戏结束了才会跑这个人员名单吗？你给我认真。我现在这个休闲游戏，这个确实比较适合我了，不然我的跟工作关系哦，我现在左手酸痛到不行，原来是工作的。结束了。
Feels good to be back on Melee Island. the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Of course. We lookouts have a lot of discretionary thinking time. I use mine to revisit my memories of every Anne, Jack, and Guybrush who spent 5 seconds with me a decade ago on their way to someplace else.
Wow.
Relax, I'm just winding your anchor chain. Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no. I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
Well, I was just about to head down there. I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
I just came from up there. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders before I admire the view again. I just came from up there. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders before I admire the view again. I just came from up there. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders before I admire the view again.
Oh ja.好，我保存了进度，然后看一下。检查我的
I've got a
钱
few
包。
points for incidentals. The pen is mightier than the sword. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
OK， 那先等我一下。
I just came from up there. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders before I admire the view again.
没办法上去哦，那就只好下去了，看看。
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness.
卡拉？
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness. I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to.
好吧，不能过去。海盗
I'm
交
here
谈
to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
back 这里
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
in the back
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
拿。哎呀，
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Yo ho!
我想知道那个选项是哪一个答案呢？先让我等一下。好，我发现一个惨案哦，就是我重新读档之后，它这个问题就消失了哦，这是有点惨到爆。算，这个
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
惨到爆哦，那个。
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No. Of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better. I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
It's those three clowns at the back table. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
这里好像
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
We're apart more often than I'd like.
But you're still...
Oh yeah, we're still. We've just each got a lot on our plate. It's a 2-plate relationship.
Well, tell her I say hello.
Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way. Well, it's...
Stay away from my mop.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
不让我拿。
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Okay.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old.
我觉得我应该是用这个选项把它骗走，然后拿这两个东西，应该可以。
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
但是目前先这样。
Ooh, her name seems to fit even better than it used to. How clever. How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated.
I thought so.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
我如果讲这个，会不会当场开打啊？
Andrew LeChuck, nephew.
Oh, ballsy play, Andrew. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
没发现。
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
说到拖把，刚才有看到拖把，但是我觉得
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿，我先看一下。
It's hopeless.
这个刚才错过了那一题，可恶！我不知道我如果答对了会是什么状况，但是这样子的，不愿意雇佣我取得拖把。等一下。
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes. Sophisticated score and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
这应该是讲某个游戏的吧？但是我不太确定那是什么东西。
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
先去拿拖把。
What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
我不能把它干走啊。
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
好吧，我以为我可以把它干走，这样子就真的要去找一棵树了。
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh, dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. They're having a half-off sale. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, Got it.
Ooh. You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Dark-er? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Will I succeed?
Achievement depends mostly on the definition of success.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
我有钱哦。
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
等一下，我有钱哦。
I've got a few coins for incidentals. The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog.
Pointy.
It
is a non-magic.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
这在靠腰了，这在干嘛呢？
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Too bad it's empty. Keep up the good work, buddy. A crystal. This isn't that kind of game. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Looks like it's been there forever. It says everything must go. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Green, half off. Blue, the curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. The curtains are for sale too? Green, half off. Someone's very excited I'm looking. Looks like it's been there forever. Keep up the good work, buddy. A crystal. This isn't that kind of game. Not very practical. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
It says everything must go. Too bad it's empty. An empty basket. Do you do gift wrapping? It's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities. All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks.
好，现在我觉得要成功上船有2个重点，第一个是那个眼罩哦，然后第二个是那个拖把哦。
Tell me again about Laney and the eye patch.
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Got any other mystical advice or information for me?
No.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally and historically accurate. Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle. Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are you?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops, sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood, but wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Aye, well, we're not the pirate leaders no more.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the chilling trio who took your place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
What did you mean, wants to be a pirate? I've been a pirate for a long time now.
You may call yourself that, but remember the 3 trials.
I remember them. I was proud to complete them. I still talk about it sometimes. Ad nauseum, Elaine says. It's Latin for something.
Be that as it may, I don't recall us being presented with evidence as to the completion of all 3. That were part of your instructions at the time.
Oh no, really?
'Tis true enough.
Listen, can this wait a little longer? I've got a lot on my to-do list right now.
Aye, it matters not. We've all of us moved on.
I'm going on a journey to find the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret?
What a prize!
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate what holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
In the old days, we might have gone after it ourselves.
But we've got new fish to fry, so to speak.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once you be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the 3 trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high street where the general store used to be.
A place for buying of fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
We'll give you an additional discount if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman that lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye. Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Ooh, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Huh, never seen one of those before.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Should we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore, but maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp, without the clean parts.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here!
I'll make it my number 3 priority. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People! People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
It sounds like you should have been arrested several decades ago. I mean, why now, all of a sudden?
One word: jurisdiction. I was expanding my core business, you see, trying to provide ship owners with a variety of ship maintenance necessities. Sponges, barnacle scrapers, repair manuals, rudder tape. I had a whole line of products. I expanded my distribution to other islands all over the Caribbean. And that's when I ran into trouble. Some of those islands have different laws, you see, that might not seem so fair to men like you and me. They slapped me with a ton of paper, talking about things like standards of quality and consumer protection and environmental impact. They didn't understand that I wasn't really selling porthole wipers. I was selling happiness. And my customers were happy. They were perfectly happy right up until some clown with a briefcase came along and told them they weren't. It's a crock, son, and that's why it won't stand up in court. I'll be out before you know it.
他那个手实在是很魔性哦。
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
诶，这个没有。 也就是说，是这个吗？不是，解决问题做的。那把它划掉是怎样？我没有完成吗？还是我失败了？取得一只拖把，那个
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
How's your day going?
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hello. I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Can I try out your key grinder?
No. I wouldn't want you to lose any fingers.
What's that lock?
That's for hats. And please, don't touch the glass.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Lock Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a fail-safe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock, I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
我去看一下那个锁。
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read. It makes things look bigger. I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
Okay.
Hi there.
Hi there. Hello again. Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Come on. Can I please try your key grinder?
Seriously, I don't much care if you grind off a finger. But I don't want to have to clean up afterwards.
因为我不是已经有了那个钥匙。
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
I already copied the serial number.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks. Word of advice, kid. Stick to the narrow straights.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
拔，然后嘞，对啊，好哦，就这样子啊。
It seems to be stuck closed. It seems to be stuck closed.
能打开它吗？
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. It's hopeless. I skipped school the day they taught lockpicking. This key doesn't fit. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years. to be stuck closed. Looks sort of like an eye. Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor. I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff. Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood. Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict... It's a lot of work being governor. I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
It's thicker than I would have imagined. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Wow, that's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. This used to be such a bright, cheery place. It's sad to see the shipyard like this. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's good for relieving stress. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
火焰吗？因为他说里面是暗的，所以我是要拿什么东西来照亮之类的。
Warning: the dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Actually, I think I'd rather not hear about that again. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces. There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. The display case is locked. That is a really big parrot. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. There's some very tiny writing on it. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Tell me again about the coffin?
It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The display case is locked. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro! If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. It doesn't seem interested. There's some very tiny writing on it. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces. The display case is locked. The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it. Numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me. And they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. Hi there, little guy.
Hi.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
好吧，或许我会需要一个提示啊，看一下。看一下怎么样才能跟卡拉借书？原谅你。合适的他东西送给他。魔力，所以我要去巫毒哦。我要去那个。我再走过去会不会被打死啊？
It'll be my ship soon enough. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
这样子逛一圈，我发现一件事情，就是我要拿到拖把，我要拿到眼罩，然后欺骗这个人上去。看起来是这样子。
Hey.
Threepwood, I shouldn't even be talking to you.
I'm not Guybrush Threepwood. I just look like him. You'd be amazed how often people confuse us. Sometimes I impersonate him at parties, just for fun. We've never even met, and I doubt I'd like him if we did.
Even if any of that were true, it wouldn't matter. LeChuck would take one look at you and go nuts. Just looking like Guybrush Threepwood is enough that I can't give you the job. Sorry.
Hey, watch it! Nice hat pin.
It's the emblem of a secret society I belong to.
Really?
Don't be ridiculous.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand. Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
Never mind.
Stay away from my mop.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at...
I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
Oh! 需要魔法的东西，所以那只蜥蜴是为了他准备的。
Tell me again about Laney and the eye patch.
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more. That legend, the eye patch, even
Got it. Thanks.
我大概知道是什么状况。
Got any other
No.
好，我去处理一下那个。我大概知道是什么。
Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Hey.
Bye.
我大概知道是怎么处理这个事情。等一下，我先回去一下。我可不可以切一下？我快下来。
Stay away from my mop.
哎，所以有吗？
Stay away from my mop.
不行。好，我走。我先去让他借我那本书。
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
我记得好像有个东西要我的。
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools.
I didn't know you made.
I don't.
Woo, look. Hey, Wally. Bye. It's a long. This must be trouser.
Actually.
Yep. It's a map. I had a map like this one.
算了，先去借书回来。大概知道是怎么处理那个借书的事情。算了，先去借书。
voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
靠腰，不行啊。
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough.
等下再说一次。
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough.
所以说他不原谅我，我以为是这个。青蛙有针对性。靠腰，是这样子哦。
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future. This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
错了。靠腰，结果只有那一个是对的。靠腰，再来一次。
Dear
Carla. 不是把书丢了吗？
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
来试看看。
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
再来。靠腰，错。
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
靠背，为什么？等一下，为什么？
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Stay out of my bedroom.
I've seen that same painting on a box. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. It's a lot of work being governor.
所以为什么我到底要怎么写？有没有提示啊
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. Even though it wasn't really my fault. This is for you.
Dear Carla, not really your fault? This isn't an apology. It's an excuse. I reject your frog.
我可以在这边试到100年之后，当然不是啦，因为一定是卡拉嘛，所以说这个是对的。不对，所以这个第
Sorry
二
for
个
losing
也
the book I borrowed.
奉献精神。
I value that you are dedicated to dedication. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me. This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
高瑶，我要去找网络上的攻略，等我一下。哎，我可以直接提示出来吗？针对性。卡拉，混乱岛周围。第一街周围。卡拉雕像。这个雕像。
Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Portobello. Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Portobello.
然后嘞
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Portobello. Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her...
不懂英勇的行为。选举海报雕像。
Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Portobello. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the...
选举海报。哎，这里。
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness.
心慈手软。
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness. Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness. Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Portobello. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. As shown by your actions at Portobello, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future. This is for you.
I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
How's it going with that nightmare customer guy?
My stomach feels like it's full of...
Good news. I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there! I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush. This will be excellent.
It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFleur.
Brilliant innovation.
Busy?
Yep.
Okay, see you around.
Now, where was I? Seems
Looks like a
lot,
mugshot.
but okay. Ingredients indeed.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it. Coming along nicely.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
Oops. Oh, well, probably fine.
It's Carla's copy of... Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it.
好吧，那先去拿地图啊，拿完地图之后再回来。现在游戏时间超过2个小时哦，其实还蛮有趣的。其实主要是不要卡关就会蛮有趣的。哎，走错路，对不起。
Hey, Wally. I found this sliver of wood. Can you use this to make the map to the mop tree?
Looks legit. I'll see what I can do. Here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
好，我决定在这里先存个档，因为超过2个小时了。第一次大概就2个小时，应该10几分钟吧，我在猜。那感谢各位观众的收看啊，那我们玩新款的游戏，然后叫做《重返猴岛》。它是个非常老派的解谜游戏，真的是非常老派，老到真的是牙齿掉下来。即使是我这玩游戏玩那么久了，它甚至在我玩第一款电脑游戏之前的作品，就是那个猴岛的第2代吧，我记得。然后后来就没有它的续作，直到现在哦。我印象中是这样的。那我们现在就是解谜嘛，那他很贴心的给了一本提示书，告诉你要做哪些事情哦。那 那接下去就是处理其他的事情，对啊。
It's torn and ugly, but strangely compelling.
到时候再来。然后呢，另外一个就是这个，好，之后再说。那就感谢各位观众的收看。如果你喜欢我的游戏影片，喜欢这个重返猴岛，或者是说你可能第一次接触到这种游戏类型的话，想试着了解看看，也可以先看我的影片，然后再决定这款游戏到底适不适合你。感谢各位观众的收看。当然在这里希望大家多多订阅我的频道，然后帮我的影片按赞、订阅、分享哦。那最近脸书的回顾通知我已经做录影片2年了，结果还是有点惨淡经营哦。人家都像一些很厉害的 YouTuber， 他们都是半年内拿到那个盈利资格哦，我都2年了哦，都还没拿到，这有点惨。不过啦，那主要是我本身自己也喜欢玩游戏，那也花了很多时间在录影片跟大家分享哦。那如果你喜欢的话，也可以看一下。当然最好是能够有盈利，有额外的收入是最好的哦。那玩这款游戏就是另外一方面，就是因为我的左手因为工作有点受伤了哦，所以说没办法玩那种高强度的游戏哦，没办法。OK， 聊天聊到这里啊，那感谢各位观众的收看，那我们下一次游戏影片再见，拜拜。